A couple of months ago, I was on a vacation in Romania and we were driving through the most prettiest sight in the entire country, Transfagarash. It is one of the prettiest mountains that I have ever seen in my entire life. And bro, the river that flows through there. And when you get all the way to the top, it literally looks like a scene from a motivational movie or some shit. But man, let me tell you this. It was fucking cold up there. Like, imagine this. Imagine yesterday, the day before, driving the entire day in literally like 30 degrees Celsius, or sometimes even 40 degrees Celsius, because at that point we were already in the Balkans. So the temperatures there were just on a completely different level, like we have here in Slovakia. So imagine driving in these 30 degrees Celsius environment and suddenly finding yourself in like 10 degrees Celsius environment. Like that's just a huge difference. And we're like 2 kilometers above sea level. So yeah, it literally felt like autumn has come early. But you see, as we were slowly driving up there towards the cottage next to a dam that is located at the very top of the Transfagarash roadway, I couldn't help but be worried to tell something to my mom. You see, the day before, as we were driving from our house to Romania, she entrusted me with my sunglasses and my brother's also. She put this in this like bag thing and she told me to keep an eye on it. And as we were checking in the hotel that we were gonna sleep through the night, and the next morning, as we were driving through Transfagarash, I had lost track and I didn't know where they went. I was 100% sure that they were in the car window, but yet to no avail. I was sure that they were probably in the back of the car, with all the luggage and stuff like that, only to find out that negative, it just wasn't there. And so I thought to myself, oh man, my mom is gonna yell at me again. Now, don't worry, my mom isn't a bad person, but she's a very passionate woman when it comes to, responsibility and stuff like that. Every time when I got a bad grade from school, she would be the first person who would yell at me, but not in a way to actually punish me or that she would have some kind of subconscious sick feeling from it, like a sick feeling of gratification from yelling at me. No, no, no. It was because she actually cared about me. And so, keep in mind, she doesn't do that anymore because I'm a grown up now. But besides that, I was still really anxious about what would her reaction be if I told her that I lost track of the sunglasses. And so, I created the perfect plan of how I would get around her. As we stopped at the quarter point of the Transfagarash roadway and everyone was checking the view, I was going through the luggage, searching every single meticulous square meter that was there. I was checking every single one of the details, but yet, to no hope. It wasn't there. And my mom started to get a little bit suspicious. She was like, "Hey, TR, did you lose your phone or something?" And yeah, I knew that she was onto something. And as we got into the car, and I was checking, the I don't remember what it's called, but basically the space in the car window where you can put like your water and stuff like that. I was checking the that place of every single one of the car windows, but yet to no hope, to no avail. It just wasn't there. And so I had to confess to my mom that I indeed lost track of them. And her reaction was that, "Oh, you should have said that earlier. I've got them right here in my backpack." And so she gave them to me, and I was relieved. And I literally told her that the only reason why I didn't want to tell her was because she would yell at me. And she said that Oh, you know that it is only just for like the few couple of seconds. After that, it's completely fine. Even if you did lose your phone or something more valuable, he would just buy you another one. What I did right there was use one of the most important masculine traits that you can have as a man, the traits of being honest and taking ownership. I took ownership for losing track of the glasses, and I was honest about why I didn't tell it, about what caused me to be so silent about it. And at the end of the story, as we were at the quarter point of the roadway, she was completely fine with it. Like, yeah, sure, even though if we did actually lose them at the hotel, for example, where we were staying in for the night, there would be no worry. We would just buy another two sunglasses at the nearest shop. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't be worried about being honest and taking ownership and basically revealing to the outside world your authentic self and why you came to that conclusion. You shouldn't be worried about telling people of how you actually feel about that situation and why you didn't trust your mom, for example, to tell her that you lost the sunglasses. You should be 100% okay with that. And you have to take ownership of everything. Because if you're a man of self improvement, like we are, then chances are that in the future you want to have a wife on your own, right? Well, the first thing that you need in order to attract her is to become a leader, a man who basically has the respect of everyone around him. And the first thing, the first trait that you need to not become a leader at the level of a president, for example, but at a sufficient level, and you can do this even right now, is to take ownership of everything that you mess up. Even if it's something small as basically overcooking the eggs, even if it's something small as basically forgetting to vacuum one room of your house and it's still dirty, even if it's something so insignificant, like eating the entire gummy worm bag when you should have just eaten like half of it. All of these small things will slowly but surely build up the trust that you have with the people around you, and you will slowly find out that these situations, these things that you're awkward about, these things that you think that they will have a huge impact on your reputation and on your manhood, but in reality, they are so insignificant that in the long term, they just don't matter. Like, yeah, sure, if I did lose the glasses, or for example, if I lost my phone, of course, losing my phone would be way more awkward because a phone costs more than sunglasses. But at the end of the day, it would still be okay in like a week because my father would have just bought me another one. You get my point. So please, you should not be afraid of facing your problems head on. You need to be that strong role model that rushes headfirst into his problems and into the things that he finds out of his comfort zone. He challenges himself, not because he's afraid and he's doing it out of discipline, but because he just wants to find out how that situation would play on so that he can be better prepared for it in the future. He's building up his confidence when it comes to taking ownership and being honest. Okay, so with that being said, let's now talk about the pros and cons of being honest and taking ownership. Let's start with the cons. The cons are that 9 times out of 10, the people will get mad at you in the short term, like basically in the first couple of seconds. Like, do you think that my mom wasn't irritated at least a little bit that I didn't told her about that I lost the sunglasses, or that even if I did lose them, that I wouldn't tell her? Of course, she was slightly annoyed for like the first couple of milliseconds, but after that, it was okay once she remembered that I was being honest and I was taking ownership. And I also add on to the fact that she had them all this time in her backpack. So yeah, it's inevitable. The disappointment, it's still there. And the disappointment will determine how the rest of the conversation will play out. It's just inevitable. And the disappointment also triggers all of these negative emotions like sadness, regret, anger, and other of these negative emotions, which in the short term make your respect as a man slightly go down. You know, like when you're trading and you see the stocks slowly coming up and down and up and down, they're going up in value and going down. That's exactly how your reputation works every single day. It sometimes goes up and down, up and down. That's just how it goes. You have to remember, success is never linear. Your reputation won't always go straight up, like a straight, constant line. It will fluctuate. It will look like, you know how when you had geography classes and you opened the atlas of the entire world, like the map of the entire world, and you saw like the mountains, like I don't know how to call it, but basically the visualizations of, I don't know, the Appalachian Mountains, for example. And you saw that it fluctuated. Like from the sea level, there was a huge mountain, and then it like rose up, and then there was another mountain, and it slowly rose up again. And there were like 10 mountains, and in between every single one of them was this like lowland, like a field. That's exactly how success looks like. It is a J curve. It will fluctuate like the letter J. It will go up and then go down because you're not doing as well, but that's okay. But would you look at that? It is going upwards again. And now you're slowly fluctuating once again. That's just how life works. You cannot achieve total 100% perfectcy. You need to be okay with basically having these awkward moments because when you think about it, even from them, you learn and you slowly become the best version of yourself. Because every time when you have this J curve and you go up and then it slowly fluctuates again, it never goes beneath the baseline as your reputation was before you had the J curve. And that's the most amazing thing about self improvement and about taking ownership. And to use this to slowly segue away from the cons and so that we can get to the pros. Let's now talk about how taking ownership will benefit you so fucking hard in the future that it is basically incomparable to what comes in the short term. Like in the long term, 90 times out of 100, the people that you disappoint, they won't remove you from their lives. Like, yeah, sure, the 10 times out of 100, they will get slightly mad at you, but that will only last for like couple of days when it comes to small things like losing the sunglasses. And if they really are mad at you because of two sunglasses, then you should really think about continuing that relationship with that person if they are that brain dead. Because literally everyone will be okay with you losing them. Literally everyone will forget it, even the next day. My mom doesn't even remember that I lost them. And so, in the long term, which will basically start like a couple of days after the incident had already happened, and basically when the other person doesn't even care or think about it anymore, like they don't even remember it, like it never happened, everything will just go back to normal. They won't just straight up remove you from their lives. And so, you will now be more aware of the fact that you can be honest to the people around you. You will slowly start building up your confidence and you become more aware of the fact that people actually appreciate your honesty. Because even if taking ownership was that serious as if you were an actual leader in a war, for example, and one of your divisions had a friendly fire, yeah, sure. In the meantime, like in the first couple of months, they would be pissed off at you, but they wouldn't remove you from the position of being a leader. Because, yeah, sure, even though it was horrible what happened under your command, it still doesn't change the fact that you have the most important trait of a leader, which is to take ownership and to be honest with the people around you. And that is the reason why this trait will make you more respectable no matter what, and why you shouldn't be afraid of being honest and taking ownership in daily conversations, no matter what. You need to constantly be mindful about this. We are men on self improvement, and we are not afraid of some woman yelling at us for a couple of seconds over something so insignificant like glasses, for example. And if you want a more in depth analysis on how you can build up your confidence, then don't worry, something huge is coming. And the people in our Discord clan and in the email list, they will get an early access to it. But besides that, if you want to join a community full of like minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, who are becoming the best version of themselves every single day, who are taking self improvement seriously, and will light a fire under your ass so that you keep grinding even when you don't feel like it, but at the same time be like your blood bonded brothers, then you can join our Discord clan in the description. I know that you will find your place in there because you have so much potential if you're watching videos like these and willing to take action. The world will become a better place if we continue to implement the knowledge that I teach in my videos and on our channel. So please join us on the path to greatness and stop being held back by the 99% of people who constantly yell at you when you mess up something so simple as overcooking eggs. Fucking dumbasses, bro, with low attention spans. Don't worry, we will build up your confidence when it comes to self improvement. So please, stop punishing yourself and start living and harnessing your fullest potential with us. But you can also like the video, you can subscribe if you like, join the email list in the description and get yourself a free ebook about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most and which part of the video you will implement into your daily life. Don't forget to join the clan, you're still invited, and become a part of the family. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, keep your eyes peeled, and no one is better at being you